Welcome to the Driven Compete channel. Hey, if this is your first time on the channel, please check out some of my other videos and subscribe to the channel. With that said, this video initially was intended to talk about proper wheel fitment and getting wheels that are made to fit your vehicle. Well, through this whole experience, I've really learned some things that I want to share with you so that you could be a better informed consumer. So with that said, don't fast forward through this video. Give me a chance to at least give me 4 to 5 minutes of your time. Let me just explain my thoughts with you. So here we go. My mom bought wheels off of a 911 Porsche that she saw were for sale. Loved them. She has a 15 Boxster S. Unfortunately, the wheels and tires never properly fit the car. The back spacing just didn't work, and it just, we didn't care for the way they fit the car. They looked great other than the fitment. So I talked her into going and looking at other wheels and tires. We went through TireRack.com because they give you a really nice, you got a real nice selection of wheels for the car, along with obviously tires. They mount and bounce their packages and send everything to you right to your door. Literally, we got them. They were wheels, TPMS sensors installed, tires mounted. They were balanced. They had air in them. Basically, we unwrapped them. I took the wheels off for her car, which are sitting here, and I put the new ones on the car. Well, immediately, the car did not recognize and had a low tire warning because it didn't recognize the new TPMS sensors. So I've had vehicles that the second you started the car or turned the car on, it recognized the TPMS sensors and it married them to the car. This was not the case with her Porsche. So I immediately thought, well, I'll call the Porsche dealer. I'm in central Pennsylvania, so I called Faulkner Porsche. Now, I'm not an idiot. I've been around cars quite a bit. I can relate and talk, I would think, pretty, intelligently when it comes to cars. So I got on the phone with a gentleman who said he was the service manager. And I explained that we had, received these new wheels and tires. We put them on mom's car. That I had the frequency, the 433 megahertz frequency for them. And I just didn't have a tool to marry it to the car. Well, most likely they're not going to work. We're not going to be able to program them. First words out of his mouth. Well, instantly I thought, why is that the case? Well, unless they're purchased specifically through Porsche for a Porsche, most of the time they don't work. We're not able to program them. And even to do so, we don't need the frequency. We need a code off of each TPMS sensor. If they didn't provide that to you, then we need to remove the tire from the wheel to be able to access the TPMS sensor, to take the code down, to then use that to enter into the system to program them. At that point, we are going to need to charge you to remount and balance the wheels and tires. We'd also be looking at a minimum of an hour and a half in labor to be here at the dealer to take care of this. I instantly kind of questioned that, and I've never ever heard of anybody needing a serial number to program TPMS sensors, only the frequency. So I went on to say, okay, if that doesn't work, then what would the scenario be? Well, we would, at that point, remove the tires from the wheel, remove the TPMS sensors, install Porsche authorized TPMS sensors, and remount, rebalance, reinstall. Okay. So what's it going to cost me for each option? Well, he couldn't give that to me. He wasn't able to look at that screen at that moment to give me pricing. So I hung up the phone, and I was frustrated because I felt like, I'll be honest with you, I felt like he was feeding me a line of crap, hoping that I was not an informed consumer. So I did place a call to a friend of mine, along with a family member who had a standalone snap-on TPMS sensor reader scan tool. So we went ahead and in under 30 minutes, and not having to break the wheel and tire down, not needing a serial number, just needing the megahertz, we were able to program or marry the TPMS sensors to the Porsche. So why is that important? Well, for a couple reasons. One, as a consumer, it really does pay for you to do your homework. I recommend that you do some research on the internet. That's the whole purpose of the internet's there for. But don't believe everything you read. You know, look for people, go to car events, look for people with similar vehicles, talk to them. Hey, you know, who's doing your work? Where are you going for maintenance? Like oil changes, tire rotations, you know, things to that nature. And my point being that the dealership is not always the best place to take your car. I also feel like at times they are looking to make the most they can off of each person in that dealership. So I put my thoughts, I shared all this on social media, and I've had some great feedback. And I've had people defend the dealership saying, hey, look, it's flat rate. The only way these guys make money is if they're efficient and they're quick at what they do. I agree with that. I understand you get what you pay for labor, but you can look at it from a different perspective. If they're racing to work on my car to get it done so they can go to the next job because they're flat rate, then are they being meticulous? Are they being are they making sure that all the work done to my car is done correctly? You know, bolts are tightened, whatever the case may be. That's a great argument. I can't answer that here. I can only share with you my experience. I would love to hear your comments in the video comments section, what your thoughts are on that. But I could tell you this, I got the impression, in my opinion, the dealership was going to sell her new TPMS sensors, and we were going to pay to mount and balance those. I think that was their intention all along, but you need to be the judge of that. With that said, I hope you've liked the video. We are going to go into, and I'm going to show you why proper fitment's important. You're going to get a chance to see both sets of wheels on her car. With that said, you know, if you haven't already done so, please check out some of my other videos. And, you know, if you like this one, hit the like button. If you watch some of the other ones, you like them, hit the like button on those as well. And the bell so you can stay up to date on all my videos. You know, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate your support, and I hope you enjoy the video. Today's video, I want to talk about proper wheel fitment. And let me tell you, I'm looking at my mom's Porsche here, and I want to show you guys, if you look down through there, you see how the wheels and tires really are aggressive and stick out further than they should. And, you know, what happened was they saw a 911 at a car show that had these wheels on it, and my mom loved them, and so my parents bought them, not understanding, not wanting to actually listen to me when I told them that not just because it's a Porsche doesn't mean that they're made for your Boxster when they're on a 911. So they're pretty aggressive. They're 11.5 inch wide in the back, and I believe they're 9 or 9.5 wide wheel in the front. And what I tried to do is I tried to put on match it up to a wheel, the wheel to a tire that was as close as I could get to the OEM for wheel gap and such. And what we noticed pretty quickly was that you have this stretched look, and we didn't care for that. But that's the widest tire I could go that they make, that I could go on this wheel that without it rubbing. So I wanted to just talk about this because, yeah, they look great. They're great looking wheels, but they were never made for this car. And I want to show you. So what we did was I talked her into going for a wheel that was actually made for the car. And, you know, here you see a properly fitting. You should not, I mean, they are just perfect. And, you know, it's the factory ride height, factory sized wheel and tire combo, factory gap on the car. And you know, yeah, she likes these less, but they fit the way they're supposed to. So I wanted to show that it's important because proper wheel fitment is extremely important on a car. And I just want you to see that, difference here. So just, the point of the video is this. Just because the wheels are made for a Porsche or come off of a Porsche doesn't mean they fit all Porsches. Same thing with Mustangs or whatever. Just because the wheels came off of say a previous generation or maybe even a different model, it doesn't mean that they're gonna fit properly. So my comments to you would be is find a reputable wheel company. In our case, we chose to partner with the Tire Rack, and they went ahead and they sold us the wheels. They put the TPMS sensors in, and they mounted and balanced everything for us. So they came pretty much just like this, and all I did was clean them, ceramic coat them, and put them on the car. Anyway, just a little food for thought. If this is your first time on the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and check back. I have content that talks about taking care of your car, maintenance, how-tos, and some really cool car stuff. So please check it out.